Hello and welcome to the fourth of our Talis online reading list tutorials here at St Mary's University. In this briefer tutorial I'm going to show you how to embed a Talis reading list, which you've already published, into the MyModules VLE system. So the first thing to note here is you need to be using either the Google Chrome browser or the Firefox browser to do this. This process unfortunately does not work in Internet Explorer, so please make sure you're using the Chrome or the Firefox browser just to do this linking process. We're also assuming here that you have completed the reading list using the previous instructions provided in the other tutorials, and that you've published the list ready for students to use. Right, so the first step is to navigate to the correct module in the MyModules VLE system. In this case, I'm using as a random example the module GGY 6004 Freshwater Environments. So I found the correct module, and firstly I need to turn editing on in the VLE system. And this will bring up a series of edit commands which you'll be familiar with from your general interactions with the VLE. In this case, I need to add the reading list link towards the top of the module information so that it's near the module booklet and is in the right place for students to use. So in order to add the Talis reading list to the system, I just need to click on the Add an Activity or Resource button, and then in the pop-up window that appears I need to scroll down to Talis Course Resource List option, which is under the Resources heading. So I select that, and I click on the Add button, and that brings me to this information page. So at this point I need to give the reading list a consistent name so that students can find it easily. In this case we generally recommend using the format module code, so in this case GGY 6004 space followed by the title of the module and then reading list. Don't need to change any of the other settings on here. We recommend that you display the reading list on a separate page so that the student isn't confused by having the whole reading list on the module homepage. So leave all the options as they are, and then select link resource or section, and this will bring up a new screen where you'll be prompted for your Talis login. So at this point just type your usual St Mary's IT login and it will log you into the Talis system. Once that happens, the system will automatically attempt to find the correct list. So in this case it's attempted to find the list for GGY 6004 Freshwater Environments. Because there's two different lists for different academic years on here, it's prompted me to select which one I would like to use. So in this case, because we're currently in the 2016-17 academic year, I'm selecting that particular reading list for that year. And then I need to check that the correct list has been displayed, and it has. You also have the option at this point of actually embedding particular sections within a list using this pull down menu here. So this is drawing on the sections that were created in one of the earlier tutorials in the Talis system, and it allows you to display particular sections. In most cases, however, you'll probably just want to display the entire list to students within the VLE, so we just leave it on the list. And then once we're happy with that, select Save. This will just take a few seconds to process, and once we just got the list displayed like this, you can see that it's all ready to go. At this point I usually recommend returning to the module homepage using the breadcrumb trail here. So in this case it's this link here to return to the module homepage in the VLE, and then just to take a look at where the link has gone in your module and make sure you're happy with its placement. Usually we recommend placing the link underneath the module booklet entry because that's the most logical place for students, and when you're happy, as with other VLE editing, you could just press turn editing off and that will show you how it looks for the students. So just as a quick test, if I click on this link as if I was a student, it takes me straight into the reading list without leaving my modules and displays it within the MyModules interface. So there's a bit of a seamless interface for students there, and then the students can then use this reading list. They can click through to online resources, or they can look at the book details for printed books and identify whether the books are in the library or not using this option here. So students can have the full use of the Talis reading list system, but displayed within MyModules, and this is our recommended means of displaying reading lists to students. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial. I think that covers all the basics of adding reading lists. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to contact the library team at irc-team@stmarys.ac.uk. Thanks for watching this fourth tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you again for the fifth tutorial.